Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Remember, on this channel I live in my trade setup, my trade pairs. This is the month of August and this is my first trading day in the month of August, and I have a clean setup on GBPJPY which I also shared with my Telegram community, as you can see here. So join me on the channel. Let me give you a trade breakdown on how I was able to find this setup, the whole confluences, and a kind of a psychology state that I was when I saw this trade and when I took this trade. You can also follow me on Instagram to see trade updates that I do trade, and with time I will start uploading to my stories every now and then once I'm able to find a setup. So follow me on Instagram so you can also get trade updates and also see my posts on Instagram. So join me on the chat. Let's get the trade breakdown and you learn one or two, apply it to your own trading system and be profitable this month of August. And let's see how this year turns out to be for all of us. So to the chart, let's do a breakdown together. So here on my chart this morning, we see that GBPJPY was in a serious downtrend, and in a serious downtrend you can see that this downtrend started from when market tapped into our resistance area from a higher time frame, and if you zoom down you see that market since then have been selling all the way to the downside. And from here you see our market created what we call a buy side liquidity, right? And from a buy side liquidity, you see our market also gave us a break of structure and created a sell side liquidity around this area. So from here this morning, I was previously looking at selling from this demand, from this supply area. Then this morning around, that should be around 3-4, you see that market invalidated this our supply area, thereby making this area a breaker block, right? Breaker block meaning that you can decide to take a buy entry from that previous sell area, right? So that was just as simple as that. Now instead of me to just take and risk the whole of this as my SL, I then have to find a refined entry with an inducement confirmation, right? So if you see, here was my inducement liquidity and here was my entry. Then you will be like, how then did I know that I should enter from there? This is where fib level comes in. If I go to my 15 minutes time frame, we see that we had a candle that broke that supply area, right? And that candle that broke the supply area, I marked the low of the candle, and then the highest high around that area, I'll mark that area. And my fib level, now you can decide to use 75, you can decide to use 74, you can decide to use 70, depending on how tight you want your SL to be. So I prefer using this my own configuration. If you want to know, ask me in the comment section, I'll reply you. So I used my own entry and that was it. Market came to my entry. I also send the signal to my Telegram group chat. You can see that here. I also send the signal here. So anyone that is interested in taking this entry I take can decide to risk it. So here was when I give them my trade setup and tell them that I'm looking at buying GBPJPY. So I also gave them my SL. You can see that. So that was it. Markets came into our entry. I also informed them, just in case. You can see that here. I also informed them that price is already in our area, and that was it. I kept updating them up until when full TP was with around 9:33. This is 9:54. So that was it. So here is an extension of where we can get our next TP when we are looking at if market should come to take the buy side liquidity. So I'll be looking at market to get all the way to this area, but I closed at my fib extension because preferably I have been using fib for a very long time now. So that was it, and that was it just for this trade. You can also see that even on a 5 minute time frame, here was show the candle that was very closest to the previous supply area. And for you to trade this kind of setup, you must make sure that this was a valid supply area. Likewise, if price did the same for a demand area, you can see if price also did the same for a demand area, this is also the same way you can take a sell trade, right? And that was it for GBPJPY this morning. So if you took the trade from my Telegram channel, let me know in the comment section and stay tuned for more trades like this. I would love to do that. That is it. This is Jovianking trades, and I wish you profitability this year. This is my first trade for the month of August, and thank God it was a TP trade and exactly how I like my trades to be. That was very neat and simple. See you guys on the next video, and if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on bell notification so you won't miss any updates from this channel. So till next time, I'm Jovianking trades. Stay active. Bye bye for now.